Robert Plant often says that the end of Led Zeppelin wasn't a decision, it was fate. On September 25, 1980, drummer John Bonham died after a long night of heavy drinking. The band was preparing for their first U.S. tour in years, but suddenly everything stopped. Plant later admitted that Bonham's death wasn't just the loss of a bandmate. It was like losing a brother. The energy, the heart, the soul of Zeppelin was gone. For Plant, the idea of continuing felt wrong. He once said, "You can't just lose a quarter of your being and think it'll go on." That day marked the true downfall of Led Zeppelin, not because their music had faded, but because their bond had been broken forever. While Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones dreamed of keeping Zeppelin alive, Robert Plant refused. He hated the idea of reunion nostalgia. Plant believed that Zeppelin belonged to its time, and dragging it into the future without Bonham would only cheapen the legacy. Throughout the years, Page kept pushing for more shows, but Plant resisted, even rejecting million-dollar offers. For him, Zeppelin wasn't just a brand to be cashed in, it was a living memory. Every reunion request reminded him of Bonham's absence, and that pain never faded. In 2007, Zeppelin reunited for one night at London's O2 Arena with Jason Bonham, John's son, on drums. The show was powerful, emotional, and historic. Fans called it a miracle. But behind the scenes, Plant wasn't convinced. While Page wanted to take the reunion further, Plant shut it down. He felt that one night was enough, a tribute, not a comeback. To him, the magic of Zeppelin couldn't be repeated night after night. He famously said, "It's not about going back, it's about moving forward." That was the last true Zeppelin performance. Instead of living in the shadow of Zeppelin, Plant built his own journey. From solo albums to collaborations with Alison Krauss, he explored blues, folk, and world music. He reinvented himself, refusing to be stuck in the past. Fans often begged him to return to Zeppelin, but Plant believed that growth meant leaving it behind. He once admitted that Zeppelin was a magnificent beast, but also a heavy burden. By stepping away, he found freedom in creativity, even if it meant disappointing millions of fans. Robert Plant has made it clear, Led Zeppelin will never return. The band ended the moment John Bonham left this world. Every reunion offer, no matter how tempting, has been met with Plant's firm no. He knows the risk. A weak reunion could destroy the band's legendary status. To him, Zeppelin is untouchable, a sacred memory frozen in time. The downfall wasn't because the music failed, but because life itself changed the band forever. And Plant believes the greatest tribute is to let it rest in peace. For Robert Plant, every Zeppelin song carries ghosts. When he sings Stairway to Heaven or Kashmir, he doesn't just hear music, he sees Bonham behind the drums, Page with his bow, and the roaring energy of the 70s crowds. That weight makes it almost impossible for Plant to step back into Zeppelin's shoes. He once admitted that revisiting those songs feels like opening an old wound. Fans think of nostalgia, but Plant thinks of loss. It's why, even in his solo shows, he often reimagines Zeppelin classics instead of playing them note for note. He reshapes them, adds new instruments, or slows them down because in his mind, Zeppelin as it was can never exist again. The shadow of the past is too heavy, and Plant refuses to simply imitate what once was. Robert Plant has said many times that part of his refusal to reunite is about protecting Zeppelin's legacy. History remembers them as gods of rock, the band that redefined stadium concerts and reshaped rock forever. But Plant fears that chasing reunions would only dilute that image. "What if we're not the same?" he asked in one interview. The risk of one bad performance outweighs all the money or praise in the world. Plant wants Zeppelin's story to end on its own terms, powerful, untouchable, and mysterious. That's why, decades later, their music still feels alive. By never letting the band become a nostalgia act, Plant preserved its magic. For him, the greatest gift to Zeppelin and to Bonham is to let the legend remain as it is, frozen in time. The biggest struggle after Zeppelin's breakup was not only losing Bonham, it was the tension between Plant and Jimmy Page. Page never stopped dreaming of Zeppelin's return. He wanted the band to reclaim its throne, tour the world again, and prove their power to new generations. Plant, however, refused at every turn. Their vision of the future clashed. Page saw opportunity, Plant saw danger. This divide created a quiet rift between them. Plant once said that Page was obsessed with the past, while he himself was chasing something new. Their friendship survived, but their creative partnership never fully healed. Each reunion talk felt like reopening the same wound, and each time, Plant walked away. To him, Zeppelin's time had already ended. Now in his 70s, Robert Plant has made peace with Zeppelin's story. He doesn't hide from it, but he doesn't live inside it either. When asked about the possibility of a reunion today, his answer is short. It's not going to happen. Plant prefers to celebrate Zeppelin through storytelling, rare reimagined performances, and above all, by moving forward with his own music. To him, Zeppelin is like a great love that ended too soon. You don't try to recreate it. You remember it, honor it, and let it stay beautiful in memory. That's why Plant sings with a smile now, not with regret. The downfall of Led Zeppelin wasn't a tragedy of music. It was the natural end of a legend, and Plant has shown the world that sometimes the greatest strength is knowing when to let go.